Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And today, we're not in Scrap Mechanic, and this is a new game called Hello Engineer. And I had a few hours into this game, and it's really fun. So this is one of my first creations, and it's a double wishbone suspension, but it's kind of different. You can see this suspension doesn't have the weird loopy thingy that I do all the time in Scrap Mechanic. Because this game, they don't have suspension glitch. At least I don't see the suspension glitch yet. And you can see it's got a adjustable suspension. You can see there's a piston that are pushing the suspension down to give you the extra ride height, which is very nice. And this game is pretty interesting. They don't have bearings anymore in this game, but you got these shaft blocks, which is these weird little blocks that you place down, and you need this one of the like a shaft, and this is your bearing. Only if you only have this thing right here, that's not a bearing. But if you have this shaft right here, and now it's a bearing. So took me a while to figure out how to have bearings in this game and to build this suspension. This is my third vehicle that I just built in this game, and I also got my first vehicle that I built, which is this one. It doesn't look good. You can see it's definitely a first creation. You can see it's kind of ugly and it doesn't work that great. Just bounces. It doesn't have a cool suspension. You can see it's very bouncy. Kind of hard to control and it kind of tips over. So that thing, not good. So I decided to build my second vehicle, which is this guy right here. So it's a bit different. It's got a little bit different suspension. Let me show you here. You can see here's got a bearing and the bearing here. Now this suspension, it works pretty good in Scrap Mechanic, but it doesn't work that great in this game. So that's kind of a problem. So I don't use this suspension. You can see this game suspension kind of compresses in two ways. It can extend longer than it can. It just kind of give me a feeling of stretchiness on the suspension in this game. So in this game, suspension stretches out and also compresses. So that's kind of weird because that's not really how suspension is supposed to do. It only supposed to travel at a limited amount, but in this game it just stretches. And if you look closely here, you can see the suspension in this game, they don't have an inner tube. They don't have an inner tube in the center. It's only got this spring, and I think that's why it can stretch out more than it can. If it have a shaft inside here and have like a real suspension does, then it's not gonna stretch out. Because of the issue is it likes to stretch out, this suspension will not work. So I scratched that. I want to build a double wishbone, and this is why this is here. Now, if you look at this vehicle, you can see it's a lot faster. Like a lot faster than the others. Oh my god. Well, that kind of happens. Not expecting that to happen in this video, but anyway. So this game does have destruction physics, which is really cool, and that's why I want to make a video about this game. And I think there's potential that I can make Battlebots in this game because it's got destruction physics, which is awesome. And you know, This is the third car that I built, and I already completed the challenge mode. They're quite easy, and yeah, you can see the destruction in this game is pretty different in Trail Makers. When things break, things don't really disappear, and it is still there. You can see it just kind of detaches itself, which is quite interesting. And you can just spawn it back in, just grab it, and then replace it down. It's gonna fix itself. So this thing is a lot faster. The main thing is because it's got thrusters. You can see right here, thrusters, and the thrusters in this game is kind of ridiculous. They are stupidly overpowered, and the engines in this game are not. So there is gears and stuff. Yep, that happened again. There is gears in this game, which is pretty cool. You can see that's 3 gears, so you can make a transmission and stuff. But the biggest problem about this game is that they don't have collisions to itself. So what that means that you can see I got the extra ride height, right? And the problem is that it kind of folds itself because like I said, the suspension stretched out. And then what's gonna happen is that it collapses itself. You can see right there. Because it doesn't have collision to its own creation like in Scrap Mechanic do. So you cannot make a stop, like a hard stop block in a way. Let me show you what I mean here. So my original plan is just do this and make a stop block. So this suspension cannot go further than this block. It's gonna make contact, and this don't work because it don't have collision to its own creation and stuff. You can see right there, it well just glitched in. You can see it's already glitched in. So that's very annoying. Hopefully that they can add some sort of a collision thing in this game to its own creation. You know, this game is pretty cool. It lets you build cool stuff like this. Let me show you this vehicle. And another thing is that there is floppy bearings in this game, just like Scrap Mechanic does. So bearings and those connections will flex. So what that means that you can make a suspension with no suspension. You can use just engines as suspensions. So the driving physics in this game, it feels kind of weird to me, but I think it's pretty cool. I like the graphics a lot, the texture of the ground, and I just broke a wheel. Cool, respawn. So this is the sandbox mode. There's also challenge modes. You can also play with your friends. There is multiplayer, but I didn't try that out yet. I just saw that in the main menu. It says multiplayer. So this game, you can just download it on Steam. It's a cool game. And this car kind of flies because it's got the super powerful thrusters on there. It's kind of funny how this little tiny thrusters can push this giant car that fast. And these engines are super weak. There's different engines. There is these side thrusters. This is what I'm using. This is a fast engine. That's a powerful engine. Now these two, just like in Scrap Mechanic, this is sort of like the gas engine. And this one's like the electric engine. This engine have a lot more torque, but the speed is stupid slow. But this one super fast, but it has less torque. Why is that engine bouncing? Okay, whatever. And I hope they can add some sort of custom maps so you can design your own map. And also they could add some water physics so you can make boats and stuff. Cool jump. Exploded. So that's it for this video. This is my double wishbone suspension in Hello Engineer. Let me know what you think of this video, and leave some comments down below. Yep. And hit the like button if you like this type of video, and subscribe if you like my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.